Hey Legionnaires and Merry Christmas! We are back here on the on Boxing Day, it is for me anyway. But yes, Merry Christmas. I hope you all got what you wanted for Christmas, and today I have a present for you today. Another ROM video, and it is a glorious 4v3 as Gondor here lands on the walls. They are ready to take on these Umbar usurpers of Harad here, so they will be battling on for a little while. I mean, we've got Silver Chevron Gondor soldiers. They should do pretty well. We will have to see. A few people in comments have been saying recently how they feel like Gondor soldiers are pretty weak, and we'll have to see how they do in today's vid. I can't assure you that they're going to do well, but I have been seeing a bit of anti-Gondor propaganda. The Gondor soldiers are weak. I'll have you know that they are pretty damn strong. Just maybe do struggle against Loki Rim. So it's a good thing that the Eastlings aren't here today. Oh. They are. Oh. Well, okay, Gondor's going to have a tough day once again, it would seem, if the Eastlings are here. There will be Loki Rim 4 days, I'm sure. Yeah, Maceman back here. We've got Halberdiers. There's Clan Guards. We will have to see how Gondor does. But Gondor is joined by the Elves. So Gondor and the Elves united. They can do anything that they goddamn want. The last alliance proves that. For sure. I mean, we've got Imladris here. That will be joining Gondor in this attack. As you can see, we are on Nunaland, a very good 4v3 map. It has got natural choke points which allow for, like, if you have outnumbered like lobbies, then it allows for like the defenders to have one less, because they've got pretty tough choke points to defend. Well, tough in the sense that they are hard to attack, I should say. But we have two Isengard armies over here. I am actually leading this Isengard army here. And yeah, we are preparing to assault against the Dwarves and the remains of Harad. So yeah, Dwarves have joined the forces of evil in the east, you could say. And then Gondor has joined the forces of evil in the west with Imladris. So a very interesting alliance, that is for sure. But yeah, there is rank after rank of Dwarven warriors here. I think there's like 6 or 7 in this. Yeah, 6. In this choke point there. That's an insane amount of dwarves. We've then got Duna Nakori on the wall here. These guys are going to do really, really well. As soon as like these Isengard troops land, they're just going to annihilate. But yes, of course, Isengard has its own tricks up its sleeve. It has plenty of tricks, and as you can see, the tricks are in the shape of White Hand Sappers. And oh boy, we've got plans for these White Hand Sappers. I will let you in on a little plan of what these Sappers had in mind. And what they had in mind was to blow up this wall here, open a choke point here in this wall to get us in much more efficiently, because we did not want to land on these walls with the Aduna Nakori here. There were crossbows on the walls to start with, but as soon as the towers got this close, they were forced to take the crossbows up, because they're presuming the towers are now going to land, so they don't want their crossbows getting caught in melee combat. But we decided, no, we're just going to leave our towers here now and just wait for the sappers to come, because the sappers now have a clear line of sight. The crossbows can't fire at the sappers now. They've not got a great arc like normal bows do. So the sappers can come and they can blow a hole in this wall, and maybe a load of Aduna Nakori as well, which would be a real big win. But anyway, Gondor has landed, and they are now taking on Clan Guards. They should do okay against Clan Guards. Clan Guards aren't especially great. They're just like, they remind me of a very good, like of a Pavi Spear in 12-12, to be honest. That's kind of like what I get from Gondor Sword. So that's kind of what I'm expecting to happen. Like, Gondor will win, but maybe with heavy losses, maybe against Clan Guards. I'm not sure. It depends how those towers do. Those machine gun tower. Well, Artiller Towers is just nasty. Yeah, nasty. But yes, this was a this is a replay from the stream. It was a really fun stream to play. If you want to take part in some Rise of Mordor streams, then feel free to join the Discord. Links down below in the description. Always announcements for streams are there, and also they're usually on the channel as well. So if you've got notifications, you'll get notified of when like upcoming streams are. And when I'm also live. So if you want to get involved in just like watching and commenting, supporting in any way you can, then make sure you hit that notification bell, as well as also subscribe if you haven't already. As there's plenty more Rise of Mordor content to come, especially with a new update on the horizon. But yeah, the Clan Guards seem to be holding out, and they're sitting in Umbar usurpers. They really want to kick these Gondorian swords out. But it does seem like now we are seeing the first movement of Noldorian swords on the way up, as well as Noldorian archers. And because here artillery as well going off. Not quite sure what that's aiming at, but that's aiming at something. Maybe at these Lokium here, I think, yeah. There's a big old hole in the wall, in their formation here, and 10 men are dead. So yeah, there's an artillery piece firing. I think it's Gondor's Trebuchet. Gondor's Trebuchet, which can just about hit anywhere on the map probably. It's got insanely good range. But yeah, so that'll be interesting to see how that does. Over here, we are using our Uruk crossbows, and we are... Well, we're just firing into these poor dwarves. I mean, this is the unit that we're targeting. It's down to 107 and dropping radically. So we'll have to see how that goes. And as you can see, the Aduna Nakori are off the walls. Now would be a perfect time to land. But obviously, we are not going to land just yet. The White Hand Sappers are on their way up. I think a few of them might die to these traps. Or no. An Uruk unit has sacrificed itself to make sure these traps are all destroyed. And here we go. We are about to see the sappers blow this wall. And there you go. They bring down the wall and their entire unit is killed. But we've blown a hole in the wall and now we have a way through. And now these Aduna Nakori have got a challenge on their hands. There's only one unit. They can't stop units coming over the wall and they can't stop units coming both over the wall and through the wall. So they've got a choice. I'm sure they'll send more back in. I mean, these Aduna Nakori here are on the wall. I presume they're going to move back across once troops have landed. I'm not sure, but yeah, they're going to have to move back across. We also have Dwarven crossbows here. Don't think these guys are getting the greatest of angles. When you're using crossbows, they need to be in the front line or on like a hill. These guys, I guess they are on a hill, but they're not firing like down that way. They're firing across and like trying to fire through their own troops. Not the best. You can see our Isengard crossbows right at the front. Because we want them to get the perfect angle on stuff. I mean, you can see here there's now Iron Guards being brought up because we focus this unit down to 81 men. Not that impressive, to be honest, but we still have an incredible amount of ammo, so who knows. I was ready to storm troops through, and then the Aduna Nakori have, in fact, just taken up residency in that choke point, so we won't be going through there anytime soon. Uruks are landing on the wall, but we will quickly shift over to go and see how Gondor is doing, and the Elves. And the Elves... well, they're starting to land, like 2 guys and a donkey have got off the wall. Oh, here we go. Here they come. They should rip through these clan guards. I mean, they don't get a great charge because they're coming like off the tower. They're like coming off just like off a straight line. They're making a straight line charge. They do much better. But I'm sure shock infantry, even in prolonged melee against spears, if left undeterred, will just rip these guys to shreds. Vanguards, yeah, 135. I mean, they're doing okay everywhere. The Gondor swords over here are losing. That is because Umbar usurpers, I think, are in flanking them. They were losing temporarily, like 2 seconds. I feel a lot of pressure on Gondor because people have been saying in the last Rise of Mordor video, Gondor's just infantry's not that great. And it needs a buff. I don't think it needs a buff. I just think... most people that play Gondor, when we play some of these replays, most people that play Gondor is kind of like a very good beginner faction. You kind of sorted. You got good infantry. You got pretty good infantry. You got pretty good archers, and you got pretty good cav. And that's what we say to newer players. Like when they say, "Oh, who should I play?" And like Gondor's a pretty good go-to faction to play. That's what we say. So possibly it's just the skill of the player more than it is the quality of the faction. Yeah, Noldorian swords here, yeah, they were beating these clan guards for a second, but not now. I mean, these Gondor swords are very elite, in fact. I don't know how this one's been taking casualties. But, yeah, they are all very elite. Got lots of chevrons on. In a moment, if, I don't know if they're going to go and do it, but the elves in a moment do notice that the general for Harad is actually a bow unit. Which is very unusual. We'd never see the general become a black serpent ranger. But he is a range unit, and they've got very low armor. So I think in a moment the elves are about to send their archers over there and maybe have a few pot shots on him. But we'll come back to that. But as you can see in here, the Aduna Nakori retreat from the choke point to allow the dwarves to come up. I think I'm not really sure. I think it's because we started to fire at them with crossbows actually. But anyway, the Aduna Nakori are in here, and they're trying to defend this street now against hordes of Uruks. They should do okay. There are also crossbows in there. They need to be careful. They're in danger close. But they're also battling against Erebor. Halberdiers down here are Isengard's swords and also beast tamers of Harad. It's evil versus evil down here. You can see there are There are crossbow bolts as well firing down. I'm desperately trying to get my crossbows to... well, they're actually in combat at the moment. They are still also firing down onto these halberds. But I definitely need to get them out. And here they go. They're getting out of combat now. Lost quite a few men though. But hopefully they can focus these halberds down. I help my Isengard ally. We really, really need to. There you go. The halberd's retreating. Trying to reform up. The other halberd has arrived. It's a bit more healthy. 117. But that's dropping as well. And there you go. Now I'm getting off some really good volleys. And these Erebor halberdiers are in real trouble now. They need to get some... well, they need those Aduna and Akori to silence my crossbows again. They need to win on the wall, which I'm sure they will. Crossbows... shock infantry on a wall do excellent. What is this? Oh, this is another Uruk-hai crossbow. Oh, this is sad. This is very sad. I think it's just for, like, pathfinding where they're going, but they're just... Like, this is where they're setting up, and they're just getting cut down. They need to actually go to, like, the other side of the wall. That's where they need to be given orders. But, yeah, that was not a great... great deployment there by the other Isengard player. The Aduna and Akori here. They should cut down anything that comes onto this wall. But yeah, we are starting to attack over here. We are starting to take on some of these Dwarven warriors. These Dwarven warriors are holding strong. They are in shield walls, so it's going to take a little bit of time to break through them. We need things like shock infantry or pikes to come up and try and break through them. And, I mean, looks like we're seeing... none of that arrive at the moment. No, it's still being held back, though we are seeing sappers. Sappers are on their way up.
Everyone fights. No one slacks.
Whether they will be able to do anything, there are crossbows around. Those sappers may not be able to actually break through. I mean, if they can get some good hits in here, I mean, these Iron Guards are also getting... They've been hit by artillery, they've been focused down by crossbows. They are weak as well. I mean, but if we could break through here, that would be huge. There also is a Dwarven unit that rushed forward here, because we were trying to push this tower through their formation. It's a bit of a cheesy tactic, but it's a valid tactic. But yeah, the Dwarves came rushing forward and tried to stop this, and they have. I mean, we could get back in the tower after. We should beat the Dwarven warrior unit. But it's whether we bother after. As you can see here, the Serpent Guards, they are ready and waiting. So they've got plenty of cav here. Serpent Guards have got Carnage Horse Archers from the Eastlings. They've got plenty of cav here that if we break through, they can just hammer and anvil us. That's the real concern. And they have Warriors of the Red Mountains. They have plenty of Dwarven shock infantry as well yet to go in. Pole arms are breaking here. They are still winning here though, and with crossbows in combat. Oh, it's a sad sight. Beast Tamers as well. Yeah, the Aduna and Akori over here as well, ripping through these poor Uruks. We're just feeding them kills at this moment. I mean, we are making some progress in some areas, but not in others. But we still have big things to come forward. Our Stormers yet to come forward. We've still got our Berserkers, Pikes. We've still got plenty. Half-Orc Axes haven't even been sent in, but yeah, here come the Pikes. And the Wyan Sappers are also coming forward. I don't know if they died on traps or what. They've already taken casualties. Here we go. I think we're about to see these sappers go off, but I'm not sure. I don't know. They don't know they're going off anytime soon. The Pikes will certainly help this combat. Yeah, look at this. This sapper unit is just getting chopped down to 5 guys. Oof, that's a sad, sad sight. It's always a shame. Sappers are very unreliable. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I'm now going to try and sneak through a Wyan Stormer here. There is a gap in the line. I'm going to try and get this through, go after the Iron Guards. It's a risk, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. There are still sappers around that could do a lot of damage. We're now engaged with the Iron Guards. They should be able to hold me back for a little while. It certainly will be a tougher fight against things like Stormers, though, for these Iron Guards. They are not facing mere Uruk infantry. They're now facing the elite of the elite Uruk swords. And instead, we're now going to go after the Erebor crossbows, it looks like. This formation, I think, kind of got broken. I don't know. But yeah, we now got... now instead of fighting the Iron Guards, we have some half-orc axes. There is a big hole in the line here, as you can see. And now there is cavalry coming forward, and the Serpent Guard go flying on into the back of these Stormers, sadly. This is going to be probably a very dead Stormer very, very soon. We need our own cav here. I mean, Gondor has some of his own cav. He's got Gondor cavalry, and he's got Knights of Silver Swan. He needs to bring them up to try and support in the assault. Back over on this side, speaking of Gondor, they're making some progress. They are winning. They're beating these clan guards and the Umbar usurpers. And then over here we've got Gondor's swords as well. They're winning as well, decisively against clan guards. As I said, there's no surprise. This is a fight you'd put in favour of the Gondor swords. But as you can see here, the Noldorian swords, as soon as they land on the wall, getting focused down. We are now starting to hit the Black Serpent Ranger General. And look at this. He's getting brutalized by those Noldorian archers. And yeah, look at the volleys coming in and all the amount of men dying. How many are they down to? 69. The funny number. And now they get focused down again. And how many are they down to now? 45. Jeez. They are like losing 20 men a volley. Is the general going to die? He's down to 29 men. Will they get another volley into them? 26.
The men are broken.
I don't know how the Harad player hadn't realized this. His general is shaken. I mean, Harad loses general. Harad's morale is not great. No. It seems like the elves were merciful. Did they run out of ammo? They did. Oh my gosh, that is lucky. They ran out of ammo at the wrong time. And so Harad's general is just about going to survive with 20 men. That is very, very lucky there for Harad. But he is these things are losing troops on the front line, and Harad is having to send in his Umbar usurpers. Seems like I've got Noldorian swords bursting through this gate now, trying to go through every valid choke point, as they should. These clan guards, 48 of them left, still holding. It's pretty good for a spear unit. They are a pretty elite spear unit. Over here we are sort of breaking through, and Gondor has got cav in. He has now got his Gondor cav in here. We have White and Stormer General as well in here from the Eastings. He is losing to Warriors of the Red Mountain. It is going all off over here. Dwarves, men, evil and good, and Uruks fighting side by side. Or against each other, depends on what side you're fighting for. We are nearly breaking through here as well. Dwarf Warriors are starting to waver. It's very good. I mean, what we got over here, half-orc axes. Yeah, not great there. Well, loads of more half-orc axes. Now throwing in the berserkers over on this flank. They should easily break through these beast tamers. I mean, berserkers fight to the last man as it is, and they're also a shock infantry unit. These beast tamers don't realize what's about to hit them. And fighting on the other side, I believe. Oh, what do we have over here? Aduna and Akori still alive. They need killing off. Still got a berserk unit here. Maybe rush them after the Aduna and Akori. That's a fair fight, I feel. Aduna and Akori has been pretty beaten up fighting against the fresh berserker. I see no problems there. The crossbows up here. These guys must be getting easy kills. Look at this. Oh, an allies general has fallen. That must be... I think that might be the Wyand Stormer. Yeah, he has died there fighting the Warriors of the Red Mountain. That is a shame. But yeah, these crossbows up here. Look at this. They've got perfect views of just like this entire battlefield. Look at that. Oh, this mod is beautiful. It really is. You can just see in the distance all the different fights going on. It is actually beautiful. How these dwarves, by the way, they're still holding here against Uruks and then Uruk pikes. Like these guys are doing well. Never doubt Dwarven warriors. They're pretty good for their bang for their buck. I don't know if they didn't really stand a chance. Like, I don't know if they stood a chance, but they hold for a long time. These pikes here. Getting focused down as well by crossbows. Crossbows still causing all sorts of problems. And they're battling away here with the Isengard. Again, I mean, the Isengard should be losing this fight, but because the Uruks are getting focused down just about on every front by archers, yeah, the Uruks are going to break very, very soon, you imagine. Yeah, it's these Black Serpent Rangers right in the back of them. They're getting them. And there you go, they are broken, and the Isengard survive. They're down to 44 men. Insanely tough. My general's now fighting against this Warriors of the Red Mountain. He's already taken one general down. Can he take a second? We'll have to find out. But these hammers are pretty bloodied up with Uruk blood. Yes, we're in amongst the crossbows though now with my Uruk-hai infantry, and that's what the aim is, try and silence as many archers as possible. We also have Gondor's general coming in. He's just slammed into some Isengard. How smart an idea that was, I don't know. You want to hit this unit in the back, not really in the front. These Isengard, the tiny little unit, causing so many problems. Yeah, they're running. I think I might get out of there with healthy numbers. But yeah, as you can see, we're now coming out of the gate. I have my... oh no, we're not quite coming out of the gate. Not quite yet, because we are still losing. I'm losing a Dune and a Corey. Oh my gosh. These guys are relentless. I mean, there's also a little fight over here going on. Gondor versus... Gondor. A Dune and a Corey versus... Berserkers. I don't know why I thought Gondor was here. Gondor's not here. But this is a battle of elites, who this is going to come down to. 16 versus 14. I think there's majority Berserkers dead here as well. This is ridiculous. These are doing a Corey are nasty. I'm telling you, the nastiest shock infantry in the game at the moment. The advantage that the Berserkers have is that they'll fight to the last man. The Dune and Corey, basically they'll fight to the last man, but not quite. This is a fresh unit here as well. These Berserkers are somehow got to fight through. Don't know if they have it in them, but if we can get the Eastern General here, this is a big win. Bane of the Steppes got himself caught by the Gondor General and by some Uruk crossbows. He may be in trouble here. And the Eastern still have a considerable amount of troops fighting on the other front. They have to bring their general up here to support. But they are fighting on the other front against Gondor and the Elves. And you can see that their battle is still very much a stalemate. They are still being held back, our Gondor and the Elves. So they have snuck a little unit around here, have the Noldorian nobles, Noldorian sword, sorry, and they are in the back, taking on these Lokium halberdiers. I mean, the halberdiers here as well getting focused down. I don't know what by Blackroot Vale archers. We've still got things like Guardsmen and Ladras to come up. We've still got a Noldorian horse over on this side. I think they should have sent that round. It looked like we might need it there. They are not breaking through there anytime soon. But as you can see here, we've actually managed, even though we felt like that we were winning at this point, when won this battle quite decisively at one point, we like outplanned them, outmaneuvered them. It still turned out to be a really close fight. Harad and the Dwarves, a really, really tough opponent. I mean, I did say in one of the previous battles when it was like a 3v2, or no, 4v3 again, the Dwarves are just the team you want on your side if you're in an outnumbered battle. If you're at the 3 in a 4v3, you need the Dwarves. You need the Dwarves back in your corner. And by God, they're back in this corner today. I mean, they are losing decisively, but they've held on and they've killed a lot of Uruks on him. There's a fair amount dead. I mean, there you go. My general's now died. And the thing is, Isengard, like, it's an evil faction. It's units aren't like elite. They're just used to having huge numbers, so they could break at any moment. And there you go. I think that's some of them breaking just there. Uruk infantry breaking. Probably didn't help that they were down to 32 men, but the general dying as well is not going to help morale states. My general's fighting Black Serpent Rangers. I don't know if that's how he died or whether he got gunned down by crossbows. Actually, they are our own crossbows. So if he was gunned down by them, I'm a bit concerned. I'm not quite sure what you call by. Maybe the Isengard. But yeah, we have literally been reduced to nothing on this side. We've got very, very little left. So yeah, it is a close fight. And we've got these crossbows over there. They're going to try and gun down these Aduna and Akori. Don't know if they're going to kill them all in time. We're going to see a general. Oh, he's going to try and rush through and get those crossbows. I don't think he can. He doesn't hold the gate. But anyway, that battle is nearly over, so we will come back down here and we will see how the elves are doing. The elves still battling on down here with the Loki Rim. It seems like Gondor's lost most of his sword infantry in the initial assault, and now the second wave is going to be made up of elves, which is probably a good way to do it. The elves are much more elite, much more skillful. Send them in second. Men lives don't matter. I mean, the elves know that because they're just killing every single Loki Rim in their path right now. They still hold the gate. The halberds did push them back, and it looks like I'm going to see guards of Imladris come up, and that is a worthy adversary for these Loki Rim halberdiers. They're going to have a tough time there. The halberdiers over on this side. Oh gosh, this camera is so annoying with all the buildings in this way, but we have managed. We now have Harad and the Eastlings fighting side by side against Gondor. Gondor's still fighting in this choke point. They are losing, surprisingly. I guess maybe they've been fine there a little while, I'm not sure. Got Blackroot Vale archers on their way in. And they're making a bit of a V for victory. These things, a very sneaky little tactic here to stop the guards of Imladris coming in, because if they come in, they're just going to get flanked by halberds, and they will probably get decimated. It's a really good move there. It's not going to kill Imladris, but it also stops him progressing any further into the city, or into the city to start with. Though that may all change, though. If the elves or Gondor break through anywhere else, they may need to send a halberd somewhere else. They've got serpent archers, they can send them in. We've got Gondor's now got his general in behind and is taking out Carnage horse archers. That's a bit of a win. Can he then charge down these Loki Rim archers here? He's going into combat with them right now. And he is running these guys down. There are more archers after that. There's these Loki Rim archers here. So, I mean, they're just pot-shotting Gondor's general right now. And, I mean, if Gondor loses general, I mean, he has got a little bit left, but not much. But that'll be 3 of our generals gone to none of the defenders at the moment. I don't think they've lost. Oh no, they've lost the Eastling one. The Eastling one is dead, I believe, or at least routed. The Dwarven one is very much surrounded and in a lot of trouble. But he's an Isengard. He can handle himself. We now have the Noldorian horse has come around to this side. And that can go after just about anything it wants. It can go after archers again. It can go into the rear, go after these halberds. If it wants to, go all the way over here. And you can see the Noldorian swords actually got broken by Loki Rim Aceman. That's kind of a surprise. Loki Rim archers coming up here. They're coming to get resupplied. That's not a good sign if you're rooting for the attackers, because the defenders have got even more ammo on the way now. And they're going to be able to resupply. Maybe gun down a few more of these units. I mean, I'm surprised I'm not sending the Noldorian archers here. These guys are really good in combat. Really handy unit. We are seeing fresh Noldorian swords come down. I think this is the last unit. By the way, as well, Gondor's swords up here and Umbar usurpers have been fighting since the beginning of this battle. Gondor is slightly winning, but he's also wavering. So I don't know if he will necessarily win. But yeah, this is impressive. These guys have been fighting since the beginning of this battle. And I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the usurpers will survive. They may do. And by Noldorian swords going down here against Loki and Maceman, they probably will win that fight. They'll probably win against them by usurpers. Whether they hold against anything else. Oh, and the Guardsmen Ladras kind of forming up funny. And you can see they're getting surrounded. The plan has come into shape for these things. The Imladris did send in his pikes, even though he knew this was going to happen, I think. He committed. His pikes aren't going down, so they are just going to be killing these guys off freely, are the halberdiers. They need to send, yeah, they are losing decisively. They need to send in some archers or something. Flank these halberds. Force them back. Seeing some Noldorian archers coming up now, and we're seeing Black Veil archers going into the back lines as well. That is good. And Cav is also arriving. Cav, I think he's going to rear charge these halberds here, which is always a good move. But the halberds turn at the last moment, and here we go. In they go. The Cav, and they're going to lose considerable amount of Cav there. Oh, it's a bad, yeah, already down. Look at that, losing half of his unit, really. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh, look at the horses dead. What a waste. This is a very elite cavalry unit, this Noldorian horse. He has finally got it out. He's going to rear charge his these Umbar usurpers here, support his swords, and we are basically in at this point. I'm actually capturing the point with a Uruk Berserker and Uruk infantry. It's one of my last relatively healthy units. Having a little breather, capturing the point. By the way, over here we are still losing this fight. The Aduna and Kori came from the city out there and are now helping to beat the remains of the Isengard armies. It's just kind of ridiculous. These guys are absolute menaces. I'm scared to see the amount of kills these guys have got. I mean, also the Iron Guards have just beaten everything around them. They beat my general, and yeah, they're probably going to help beat this Uruk infantry. That's just sad. Just sad. Isengard just can't beat these elite factions on its own. It needs help. It nearly did, though. It really nearly did. These two factions, like Harad and the Dwarves, put up a really, really good fight. But as you can see over here, it's not looking good now. There's been a massive chain rout. All of a sudden, it looks like Harad's gone. I don't know if Harad's lost his general, but he has just chain routed. Also, these Eastlings are starting to chain rout as well. I think it might be just down to army losses and also us capturing the point. But there you go, a Pyrrhic victory, and we will end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. As I said, I was playing as one of the Isengard armies in this game. I was joined by Peppy and I don't know and Zach, who were playing as the other attackers. So some really good players here, some really good experienced Rise of Mordor players in this siege battle. But yeah, so we have my army first. I got 154 kills with my Uruk infantry here, 135 with my stormers. I was fighting dwarves, so it was hard to get good kills, but we got some pretty decent kills. 92 kills with the half-orc axes, and we have 138 kills with my berserkers, and 122. They all did okay. I mean, again, they were fighting Aduna and Kori, so they're fighting the toughest of the tough. 160 kills with the crossbows. I was very happy with this. And then we have I don't know who's playing against Gondor. 214 kills with Knights of the Silver Swan. Then spammed out the Gondor sword infantry. The best one getting 174 kills. His Blackroot Vale Archers 109 kills. His Trebuchet 204 kills. And then we have Zach with Imladris here, 151 kills with his Noldorian swords. His Archers getting 74 kills. His Cav 154, even though it ran into the back of some, right into the front of some halberds. Then we have Peppy here with the final Isengard army. 118 kills with the Uruk-hai infantry. 120 kills with another one here. 59 kills with his Uruk pikes. 159 with his crossbows and his sappers. I think they got more kills in this. We saw one of them blow up an entire unit. I just don't think it registered it, and I don't. And obviously just one blew up a wall, which is actually, even though it didn't get any kills, was very, very key. It was very key to the battle. Mythic was playing as Erebor, 118 kills with the Iron Guards, 138 kills with the Dwarven Warriors, 151 kills with Warriors of the Red Mountains, 214, 101, 131. Got some good kills with halberds, 149 with the crossbows. Yeah, like Mythic didn't have the greatest army in the world, but obviously the dwarves are just a hardy bunch, and they held well. I mean, these swords, yeah, they held for a long time. Didn't get many, not all of them got great kills, but they did well. And he was supported by Sachex anyway, who was playing as a Haradrim. His general getting 0 kills and nearly dying, and should have probably died. 104 kills with the Umbar usurpers, and then there's Aduna and Kori. Oh boy, these guys do well. 208, 263, 324 kills. Some insane kills here for the Aduna and Kori. His Spears getting 65 kills, 127 kills with the Serpent Rangers, and then Serpent Guards getting 93 kills. Then we have Josmans playing as Eastlings, 105 kills with the Loki and Maceman, 129 kills here with another one. His Clan Guard's not doing that great. I'm surprised he brought so many. I maybe would have brought more Macemen. They're a lot better. Halberds getting 134 kills, 102 with the other ones. Good kills there. Loki March is getting 58 kills, and he's got his Carnage Horse Archer here, getting 22 kills. But there you go, guys. That is today's battle. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, do remember leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. And I will see you guys in the next Lord of the Rings action, and who knows, maybe something slightly different. Bye for now.